Good evening. Bloody cold in here. Right, so hello everybody, welcome back to Team Prawn Racing. You find me out here on a very, very cold Thursday night. I wasn't going to do a video tonight, but it turns out my mum gets disappointed if she's got nothing to watch. So here we are. I guess if you're seeing this, we've succeeded. Hi Mum. Anyway, why are we here? Now I've already lost my train of thought. If you've seen the thumbnail, you know why we're here. Let me just remind myself. Ah yes, that's it. Braking. Where are we going? What are we doing braking wise? Well, I've come up with a couple of options. And I've had a lot of thoughts over the years. We used to run the old 4-pot APs and we had ABS, and I'd just get to a corner and just mash the pedal and the car just stopped. I used to have bruises on my shoulders after a track day. It stopped that hard and that reliably. Thought I was doing the right thing. Did away with the ABS pump. Keeping the standard master cylinder, put a prop valve in, did away with the ABS pump. And you know what? I've never quite felt we're as strong on the brakes since. Which is odd, because up against other cars, the brakes seem to be one of our strongest areas, but I've just never quite had the same confidence you can just dive in and know it'll stop. So we're making a couple of changes. A year or two ago we got rid of the manifold vacuum source and we went over to a vac pump. We put in a bleed system and that made it better. It reduced the assistance, which gave me more feel. But now we're going to go for something different. We're going to change it up again. And so what I bought initially was this. So this is an OBP V2 Track Pro, I think they call it. So this is floor mounted, master cylinders coming in under your feet, and most importantly it's got this sloped back which makes it a much better fit in a tight space, better for tall people who need the pedals further forward. The other one's got like a square box. This actually gains you about 60mm in terms of legroom. Really nice pedal box, bias bar, really lovely throttle pedal there, and clutch. Not the most exciting clutch. So that's the plan. That was going to go into the footwell. I'll spin that around, show you now. So that was going to go in the footwell like that. Now, if you look down here, this has got a slope. That slope kind of matches the bulkhead. That's why we got this particular pedal box. Now, the issue that I had, if you look where that is now, there's probably 40mm that can go forward. And it puts the pedal in an incredibly similar position to the standard pedal if that went the 40mm further forward, but it's very upright. Your foot angle is going to be much steeper with the upright pedal. So to get that where I'd want it further that way. Now at that point, this slope, let me move the torch, would have to climb up the bulkhead up here. Now, that's okay, however, the issue you then get into, if you look up here, this is a steering column and we've got wiring here. Now, if we start to lift this up, then my foot gets dangerously close to the steering column here. So because of my height, by the time we move this far enough that way and up, because if you look here, it would have to go up the bulkhead in that direction. By the time we get it up there, my feet start to clash with the steering column there. So, whilst this is an extremely nice bit of kit, it's probably not for me. Now, if you're interested in this and you want to know kind of how you would go about fitting it, check out Andy Ponting's channel. Andy, AP, really good friend of mine. He's just fitted something very similar to this a little while ago in his S4. You can check out his channel, see the sort of mods he did and how he got his in. He's a master of fabrication, and whilst I'm proud of what I've achieved, let's be honest, I am not a master of fabrication. So yeah, OBP V2, very nice, but this is actually not what we're going to go with. If you want to buy it, hit me up. We've got the pedal box, we've got all the masters, we've got all the reservoirs, the bias adjuster, full kit, unused, most of it sealed up. I mean, look at it. It is brand spanking new, never been fitted in a car. If that's of interest to you, give me a shout. So, slightly disappointing. We had a bit of a plan. It's an awful lot of fabrication work, and with the list of what I've got to do on this over winter getting longer and longer, there just wasn't time in the end. Now, if you were watching last week, you might remember that I went up to DTA to pick up some tubular wishbones, and whilst we were there, we saw something on Alex's car. We've got a really nice comp brake bias bar system in there, brand new. Yeah. So I bought it. That's right. So, what is this? So I think this is quite a cool little contraption, and I've been looking at these for years. Dan Roberts Jefferson, lovely chap, put one of these on a red Mark IV Golf, and it doesn't look to be the best fit. Dan's got it working, and it's been in the car a long time, but the cylinders are super close to the cam belt cover, and I just wasn't happy with it. So whilst I was at DTA, I spied this, and it looked a little bit different. Most people have master cylinders kind of jerry-rigged in with remote piping and stuff. These look really, really nice and neat and integral. So these are AP stubby master cylinders, and then they've got AP built-in reservoirs on top. So the master is much shorter. Can't point because it's holding a camera. The master is much shorter this way than a standard conventional master, so it clears the cam belt cover. So this box goes down in here. You can barely see that because it's so kind of tucked away. So down here you've got the standard servo, standard master cylinder. It's all very tucked away, very neat and compact. The servo comes out, and essentially this box goes in here. So what this has, instead of one master cylinder, is obviously two, and on there is a bias bar. So this push rod at the end gets connected to the brake pedal. That pushes the bias bar, and then by adjusting the bias bar on this thread, you can adjust the bias front to rear. So this has got 0.625 front master cylinder, 0.7 rear, which is what I was going to go with. It's all going to be adjustable. That's going to go onto the bulkhead. I am going to do some work to reinforce the bulkhead, but that is going to be our plan for braking. The servo will be gone. We'll do away with the pedal inconsistencies. We'll be able to adjust the bias front to rear, and fingers crossed it's a bit of a step forward. Another thing, and I hope he doesn't mind me sharing because he has shared this on Facebook, I have added onto the front of here some 2 PSI residual valves. So that's a bit of a tip from Rob Baker, the main man behind Area Motorsport. Apparently they're now fitting them on all their MQB based Golfs and stuff and Civic Cup cars, and apparently that really helps combat pad knockback, which is certainly something we've suffered with quite a lot on this. So there we go. No work in this one, another bit of a chatty video. Big thanks to Alex from DTA for selling me the kit. I kind of drove up there planning to just pick up the wishbones, looked around the car, and I was like, yeah, I think I want that too. So we've got that. The OBP pedal box is up for sale. It's a really, really nice pedal box. If anyone wants that, give me a shout, drop me a comment. It's exactly what they run in the Mini Challenge. So yeah, it's not crap. It's a decent pedal box. Up for sale. Don't forget to tune in next week. We might be out here doing some more work on this. We might be having a bit of a chill for Christmas. If that's the case, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good one. Otherwise, that's it from me. Have fun. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.